none of my business, I know, but I couldn't help but notice. Looks like psychosis. Life on relationship road. What's going on over there? It's none of my business, I know, but I couldn't help but notice. Looks like psychosis. We live on relationship road.
Peter is unable to speak. The future is unimaginable and he feels numb. Alice has known for a little while that something was going wrong with her, but she was too frightened to do anything about it. In the end, Peter took charge and spoke to their doctor, and Alice has been diagnosed with dementia. Alice is crying softly. Both her and Peter know that her brain will continue to malfunction and she is likely to get significantly worse. They are both terrified of the future and neither can bear to face it. Alice and Peter have been referred to the Home Help Service, but the doctor told them that during this pandemic they are unlikely to receive any practical support. He has suggested some things they can do for themselves, such as writing down the basic steps of making a cup of tea and sticking the instructions on the tiles near the kettle, engaging in craft activities and gardening, as Alice enjoys both of these things. The doctor has said that a daily routine usually helps to avoid confusion. She thinks that it's probably the confusion that is contributing to the anger that Alice now displays from time to time. Peter trusts their doctor and really likes her, but he is struggling to remember everything that she has said. He is still trying to come to terms with what he has heard. He puts his arms around Alice and they cry together. Later, Peter will ring their daughter. He is dreading telling her the news. Kathy lives in the next town, but right now that feels a very long way away. After Sean's day out with his mates, life has been slightly better for Paula in number 9. She knows that he shouldn't be out drinking with his friends, but she has come to realise that she prefers the house when he isn't in it. He has gone out a few times now, and that has given her the space to think. She feels as though Sean had almost brainwashed her into thinking that she couldn't cope without him, but it's as though the mist has been lifted from her eyes. She can't understand why she didn't see things like this before. Perhaps it was the grief of losing her mother that somehow clouded her thoughts. "Are you seeing your mates again this week?" she asked Sean, and immediately regrets saying it, because as quick as you like he looks suspicious and says, "What's it to you? Why do you want me gone? You know that you're useless without me. What are you up to?" Paula acts dumb, because now it really is an act. "Nothing. I just wondered if you need some more beers when I go to the shop, that's all." This seems to placate him, and he tells her to get some more, with not so much as a thank you, of course. Paula is waiting for him to go out again, as she has been slowly going through her mother's old clothes and belongings, which is something she hasn't been able to face up to until now. Sadly, she can only do this when Sean isn't around, because she can't help getting tearful, and she knows that if she does while he is here, he will simply get mad at her. She heads off to the local shop to buy a few cigarettes and of course beers for Sean. Anything to keep him quiet, she thinks. Over the past few weeks, Molly in flat number 15 has been struggling to know what to do about her parents. She fell out with them when she told them she was pregnant, but that was before she lost the baby, before the split up with Robbie, and before the pandemic really hit. She has talked to her grandmother about this, but as she doesn't speak to Molly's parents either, she can't really help Molly. Despite having the support of her wonderful grandma, Molly feels quite lonely and isolated right now. "Why do I have so much difficulty trusting people?" she asks herself. "I don't seem to be able to connect with people I work with, and everyone I have ever got close to seems to disappear. Sometimes Molly thinks that there is something wrong with her, because she doesn't seem to have the life that other people of her age have. She doesn't particularly enjoy parties and hates getting drunk. She's not great in crowds, and she enjoys the simple things in life, like having a nice meal, walking in the countryside, or visiting interesting places, and music. Yes, she loves music and singing. "Grandma, do you think there's something wrong with me?" Molly asks that evening during her phone call with her grandmother. She doesn't want to burden her, but she has always been able to talk to her grandma about everything, so why change now, she thinks. "Whatever makes you say such a thing?" says her grandma. "I just don't fit in with people my own age," says Molly. "I don't seem to enjoy the things that other people of my age enjoy." "Aren't you being a bit judgmental with that statement?" says Grandma wisely. "I mean, I can't believe that there are no young people around your age that share your interests. I suspect that you simply haven't met them yet." "Well, I don't really know how to meet them," says Molly, who had entered into a disastrous relationship with a guy called Robbie, who she had met through a work colleague on a night out that she had not enjoyed. "Well, you're the one who says that everything is online. Have you tried looking for groups or clubs or social gatherings around the things that you like?" "Oh, I know I said that to you, Grandma, but I'm only 23. I shouldn't have to go online to meet other people." "Why ever not?" says Grandma gently but sternly. "I don't think you should be making that kind of statement without even looking. For all you know, there could be a group of young people just like you on your very doorstep. But you won't know unless you actually look for it. If you don't find anything, then it might be time to think of something else. But right now, I think you aren't thinking straight." Grandma starts laughing, and Molly knows that she is probably right. She has gone into her self-pity mode, as Grandma once called it, and she hasn't even bothered to look for a way through it before getting bogged down inside her head. It's very easy to get into a poor me place, thinks Molly, and she is grateful once again to her grandma, who was always so sensible and straight-talking. After her meal, Molly decides to take Grandma's advice and begins to see if there are any interest groups near her. She finds a few Instagram posts that look promising. She decides that she will follow them up for a while to get a better feel for the person running the group before taking any action herself. Right now, with the limit on how far she can physically go and a limit on certain activities, she won't be able to do anything anyway. So now it's a good time to check things out so that she is ready to make changes as soon as the situation allows. Molly has had an email from her boss, who has advised her that although she can return to work in the office, it will be on alternative days for a while, as the firm has not had time to put up the screens and move some of the desks to accommodate the new social distancing rules. This will mean that she will continue to work from home twice a week during the first week, and then 3 times during the second week, and then the cycle will repeat. Molly is keen to get back to work and out of the flat. But she also realises now that the time has come. She is rather nervous about exposing herself to possible risk. What if someone at work has the virus, she thinks. She hopes that everyone else feels the same way, so that they all protect each other. Once again, she is going to have to trust other people to do the right thing. And that is a big ask for Molly. She really does need to work on what is going on inside her head. She searches for the positive affirmation poem that she found on the internet and prints it out. Molly knows that if she reads the words out loud, they will sink into her unconscious mind as well as her conscious brain. She is taking steps to face her fears and stop them in their tracks. If you have something you would like to share or a concern you would like addressed, please send it in and we will try and incorporate it into the future storylines. Tune in again for the next episode of Relationship Road.
Welcome to Relationship Road, where people live just like me and you, alone or together in all kinds of weather, and most of them are scared of this flu. What's going on over there? It's none of my business, I know, but I couldn't help but notice it looks like psychosis. The pressure's starting to show. What kind of neighbor am I? Am I doing my bit for the road? My parents are elderly, my children disorderly, the whole world is suddenly slow. What's going on over there? It's none of my business, I know, but I couldn't help but notice it looks like psychosis. The pressure's starting to show. And if you need me, let me know, and I will be the first to show. What's going on over there? It's none of my business, I know, but I couldn't help but notice it looks like psychosis. The pressure's starting to show. The future, well, nobody knows, but we'll do our best till then, I suppose. I've got my friends and my family, no place that I'd rather be. I'm learning to go with the flow. What's going on over there? It's none of my business, I know, but I couldn't help but notice it looks like psychosis. The pressure's starting to show. And if you need me, let me know, and I will be the first to show. What's going on over there? It's none of my business, I know, but I couldn't help but notice looks like psychosis. Life on Relationship Road. What's going on over there? It's none of my business, I know, but I couldn't help but notice looks like psychosis. We live on Relationship